You know, they say that if you want something done right, you should get it done by a woman. Well, since 1915, Women's City Club of New York has been the embodiment of that old adage, with women successfully working to improve the living conditions of countless New Yorkers. The 104-year-old organization, which had Eleanor Roosevelt as one of its earliest members, now has a new name, Women Creating Change. But does it also have a new mission? Joining us now to answer that and other questions are the organization's president and CEO, Carol Wasey, and the vice chair of its board, Deborah Martin Owens. Welcome, both of you. It's a pleasure to have you guys here.
Thank you. It's
wonderful. Welcome back to you.
Thank you for having us back.
So, Carol, let me start with you. Before we get to the name change and what it means, I wonder if you could give us a little history of this venerable organization that you now head. Why did it come to be in 1915, and what are some of the things you've done over the decades to help the living conditions of New Yorkers?
Thanks, Ralph. So as you said, the organization's been around since 1915. And over that time, if you go back to the early days of the organization, think about women and where they stood in society in 1915. They didn't have much power. They didn't have the right to vote. They didn't have much. So it was really a group of women who came together to say, hey, this is a different time, and we want a lot of things that we don't have access to. So the organization was founded early on to fight for things like the right to vote, and WCC was incredibly involved in that. Over time, they formed the first birthing center, really important, giving maternal care for women, which continues to be an important issue for women. Worked on homelessness issues for women, worked on HIV/AIDS education in schools, so broader issues like that. So over the years, worked on really important issues that would impact the lives of New Yorkers. So big issues and trying to have big impact in the city, major policy issues that they worked on, and over the years has had a lot of impact.
So Deborah, why the name change? You've been so successful for 104 years. Why change anything?
The Women's City Club at the time invoked the influences of the day. Most of the organizations at that time were club organizations. They were for women who were well connected to their husbands and had great relationships. In 2019, women are on their own now. And so Women Creating Change is more inclusive. It allows for women of all spectrums to be involved in the organization.
Well, that was always the case, but now you're making it clear, I'm
guessing.
We're
making it very clear to say we're being inclusive.
Yeah, and so it reflects the different demographics of the city, obviously.
Yes.
Does it mean a change in mission?
I think it's still the same mission in that we're putting women in the forefront, but I think to say that it's Women Creating Change as opposed to the club, I think that's letting everyone know that you don't have to have a particular background. I think it's really important to say that all of the city can be involved in this organization.
So Carol, as your organization has put it, women are uniquely positioned to be leaders in their homes, neighborhoods, and communities, but often face barriers. What are the chief barriers that women are facing today?
Well, if you look across New York City, there's a lot of different types of women. There's women of all different backgrounds. There's immigrant women. There's women who are documented and women who are not documented. There's women who are heads of households. There are women who are single moms. Women have a lot on their plate. They're working jobs. We know New York's challenging to everyone. It's expensive to live here. It can be a real challenge to have a good job and earn a good living and raise your family and get them a good education. All of these things are challenging generally for everybody. But then when you look at our underserved population, those who are earning less, those who live in poverty, we're really looking to make sure those women, we want to make sure they have a voice and that there are clear opportunities to get them involved locally in their communities to make their lives better and ultimately the city better.
So do you have some concrete agenda items that you have decided to tackle?
When I came on the board, we had sort of lots of different areas, and here we're really focusing on underrepresented women. So we really want to empower those women to empower themselves. And Carol has laid out a wonderful platform that she can talk about regarding our Civic Matters program. So Carol, if you want to talk a little bit about that.
Great. So we laid out this agenda called Civic Matters. Think about matters as both a noun and a verb. We see it as very action-oriented, but we also see it as civics do matter. And we want everyone to be a part of that. So we've laid out a 3-year strategy. It's going to focus on getting people where they are and how they want to receive information. So we're going to have this online resource that people can go to anytime, anywhere. We're going to be curating content from across the city about civic engagement that directly affects women. And then we're going to give them real tools and resources to be able to take action on that. So
Like what?
information,
Like what?
for instance, if somebody wants to volunteer in their community, there's a great organization called New York Cares. They curate a lot of resources and opportunities for people to get engaged. If you want to learn about voting, there's something called Who's on the Ballot up at Columbia University. It was produced up there. We're going to take all kinds of resources broadly about civic engagement, about how to vote, how to get involved, participatory budgeting, which has just been on the radar here in New York City, and give people tools and resources and hopefully educate them a little bit along the way as to why it matters. Then we're going to be going out into communities all across the city, all 5 boroughs, doing community workshops on issues that people care about that matter to them. They're going to tell us what matters. We're going to develop the workshops based upon that. We're going to give them tools and education and real action so they can come out and really do things that make a difference. The third piece is around fellowships. We're hoping to partner with a very well-known fellowship organization here in the city. We've been having conversations about that. So if somebody wants to go a little bit deeper, have a longer involvement, a longer engagement. And then the final piece of it is we're talking with CUNY. We love CUNY here in New York City, which exists all across all 5 boroughs, about developing a leadership institute for women. So for those people who want to go really deep, who want to make this their life's work, we're going to sort of set them up for success in that way. And the great thing about CUNY is it really does serve everybody in the city.
You're kind of making a push to recruit younger women to the
Yes.
organization. How are you doing that?
It's interesting you say that. So currently on the board, we have some amazing, dynamic women on the board who are really pioneers in all kinds of backgrounds, from social work to those in the legal profession, to the medical profession. But what we don't have in terms of diversity is younger women on the board. And so I think for now, WCC needs to engage those women. Those women are leading. They are our leaders, our future leaders. And I think it's really important that we pass the mantle on to those women.
You got membership under 35 is free?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
which is great.
That's
It's
pretty
great. And I've actually shared it with all of the younger folks that I know, younger lawyers, as a lawyer, to say, hey, you need to join and to be involved.
All right.
And we want everybody at the table, young people, older people, people from every kind of background. And as people think about ways to get involved, come to our website, learn more about us, wccny.org. But we're looking for partners. If there's people out there who are working in this space, we really don't see us doing it alone. We see it doing very much in partnership. If there are people who are investing in this space, who care about this, who really want to have impact and see impact, we want to know about you. We have a newsletter that goes out every month. There's a lot of different ways for people to get involved, and we're always open to new ideas too.
That's great. Very exciting. Carol, Deborah, thank you so much for joining us today to talk about this.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.